Then there are some people, they're not stupid, they're full of shit.
Sitting all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdouts Newsstand, and I want to talk a little bit about this supposed controversy that is going around when it comes to Heavy Metal magazine. Now, Heavy Metal magazine has always pushed the boundaries. They've always been pro-nudity, con censorship and of sorts, and that hasn't changed. Now, they did come under new management, and actually it's really, really good management from everything I'm seeing. It happened about 2 years ago, right? So what happened is we saw, I believe his name is David Irwin, and then Matt Medney come in. And David Irwin, he is one of those guys that if you have the chance to get him on your brand, you do. You absolutely do. He specializes in legacy characters. His career has been taking those legacy brands or characters and making them into global brands that kind of allows different age groups to come in. So, for example, what I mean by that is he was executive director at DC for 16, 17 years, right? And what he would do was, of course, there's an older readership in the comics. He would bring the kids in when it had to do with stuff like Saturday morning cartoons and create those brands to have signatures associated with them, right? Like Batman, his grapnel hook, his code, stuff like that. And he's really good with it. He creates origins and affinities. So, not only that, but he directed Heath Ledger as the Joker alongside Christopher Nolan. He was on set almost all the time and alongside with Christian Bale. He was then hired by Hasbro to do the same what he did to DC and Batman to do to Transformers. And that actually started with Bumblebee. So if you go and look at the Michael Bay version of Transformers as comparatively to Bumblebee, you will see a huge difference, whereas they didn't have any sort of vulnerable side to them. It was just a lot of action, a lot of craziness. You see a big difference when it comes to the Bumblebee movie, right? So that is who this David Irwin is, right? And this company was taken over a few years ago, and he is trying to sort of create the same thing. So what they did was they did a new or kind of reimagined version of Taarna to make a new origin story. They want a base so they can kind of grow alongside it. And right now it's at 5. Originally, I think 6 was supposed to come out last week, and I've been waiting, and of course it is not out yet. So, they are fighting, and they are going against Urkus, and it's a whole big thing. You still have Avis, who is her pterodactyl. You still have a scantily clad woman, half the time naked, let's be real. Nothing has changed about that. They do have a character, Shan, who is kind of her, not partner, maybe partner in crime, right? She's trying to help her find her mother, and it's all written by Stephanie Phillips. That is a lot to do with just the one character. Now, there is a lot of huge names that have come alongside in the Heavy Metal magazine. You've got George Romero, who's done Rise, and it's the coolest art. It's basically black, white, and red. It's amazing art. You've got, of course, Love, Death, and Robots, which is based off of Heavy Metal on Netflix. I'm still yet to watch season 2. I loved season 1. It's so good. So you've got Garbage Factory, you've got The Red, you've got a whole virus line, you've got Chasing the Dragon, which I highly recommend. Dragon Blood is basically a drug, and you've got servants, and it's fantastic. The art is so good. It's almost realistic, but very, very medieval at the same time. It's awesome. And that's on their Magma Comics line. You've got Elements, and you've got the Hymn of the Tita. You've got Nobobots. There is a lot. And Mobobots is a little bit older, but they also did just put out their solicitations for August, and I believe they're having a trade paperback of Chasing the Dragon. It's really, really good. So, getting over and not talking about Sun Eater's another really good one. if you like werewolves. So, getting next to the actual issue, right? Let's talk about the actual issue. Now that I've nerded out a little bit about what heavy metal is. The issue has arisen in the last few days that, let's switch over. I don't like using this site, but for what we're talking about, I kind of have to because they're the only one that's covering it, and I don't feel like going around to a whole bunch of social media sites and looking around. So this is Taarna issue 6. It is going to be huge. I thought it was supposed to come out May 12th, but of course it has not. So a lot of times with these smaller publications, they get pushed back. And it's by Stephanie Phillips. It is by far her best work. I am enjoying her Harley Quinn, but it's the artwork that puts me off. So her writing this story, along with Patrick Zurcher drawing it, it's fantastic, right? So this is one of the covers. Taarna doesn't look like Taarna. Oh, she does, but she looks completely different, right? She's all covered up. Well, that's because in issue number 4, she was actually gifted this for the battle that is coming up with Euclid, right? And it all makes sense. She's got Novera. She's got everything. Nothing has changed. There's no issue here besides a gift of armor. Okay. Now we're caught up to speed with what this is. We actually, and this is from issue number 3. We actually did get our 5. We actually did get to see her use it. Now, somebody said they finally cover her up. And you've got heavy metal clapping back. Now, you can look at this one of 2 ways. And there's going to be more we're going to go over. But one, they should kind of just stop and be more professional and not say anything back, period. Or 2, it's really good because they're interacting with their fans and their readership. Now, there are times when I have people that come into the comment section that will clearly not know a thing about me, but try to kind of concern troll me. Like, oh, I subscribe to your channel. I've been a longtime fan, a longtime viewer. I really liked your channel, but you didn't come. I thought eventually you'd show your face and talk to us like we're people. So I'm unsubscribing. Okay, for one, if you were a longtime fan or a viewer, whatever you want to say, you would know that I have shown my face plenty of times, and it's not something I normally do. 2, I know you're lying. You clearly don't know much about me, or you wouldn't be saying that. And it's clear, like with that situation, this person these couple people aren't readers. They aren't customers. They don't know what they're talking about. So someone put Rip Taarna. Now that's just a silly thing. I like the clapback. Does changing people kill clothes? We have no idea. Do you change your underwear? Like, okay, you didn't have to go that far. I think leaving it at does changing people kill clothes or changing clothes kill people. It's not clothes necessarily. It's a set of armor that her and Shan just went through the whole galaxy in this water, and there's nothing changing. Like, her and Shan were, I literally thought it was like gonna be a sex scene. They're completely nude the whole time. Like, there's nothing about those scenes that scream puritanical or anything like that, or woke. It's the most ridiculous argument. So, this one says, so I'm torn. While I generally despise bikini armor as a whole, bikini armor is silly. It doesn't do anything, but it's sexy. So that's okay too. I also have a pretty severe disdain for a complete change of iconic characters. Have you read and understand the context of the outfit without making assumptions? And that's where it's hard to tell the difference. As a corporation like this, to know what the context is, to know if the person knows the context. Right here, you may not know. But if you've read and you're keeping up with it and you know what's going on in the issues, you probably wouldn't question this cover one bit whatsoever. And there's no reason to, right? Because of you see, these changes sucks. Respect your fan. This is the situation where this person likely doesn't know what they're talking about, right? Because again, if you read the story, if you had context, actual context of the story, you wouldn't be mad about this. She's not going to be wearing it. She's wore it in one fight. One. And yet you're upset. And it was given to her for a specific reason. So, we do not want fans like that. We're good. Thank you. Now, that wasn't necessary. But it's likely that person doesn't purchase your book anyway. So demanding respect is pretty entitled, in my opinion. Treat someone with respect, you get respect in return. So there's some more, but they did come into why do you hate your fans? What are you talking about? This person, this is what bugs me, is the fact that it's always seen that people are being disrespectful to their fans and kind of portrayed that way, when this person clearly has no idea what they are talking about. Why do you hate your fans? Nobody hates fans. Show me and make me understand where that even came up. It makes absolutely zero sense. So, at what point are you allowed to defend yourself? I personally, even though, I try to grow my channel, I have no problem clapping back myself. I'm not a professional. I probably shouldn't. But if somebody asked that, I would be absolutely on replying. It's ridiculous to even think. So, it looks like they just show a bunch. He says somebody comes through and say, who people are going to come and try to cancelize and stop the sexualization of Taarna, right? And they say no one's afraid here. The change in outfit is part of the story. It's all it is. This is an overreaction, and a pretty bad one at that. But then again, like I said, you have to have professionalism. So we're going to go over to Bleeding Fool, who it's hilarious. I like Bleeding Fool. I think the people that run it are nice. I think they do a good job, but they kind of made themselves look like asshats here. They're supposed to be, if they're going to preach professionalism, they're not doing a very good job of it anymore. But, it is the brand of reactionary, right? So they go over the whole thing. We're going to see the same stuff again. Basically the same article that we had from, Bounding into Comics was the first one. If insults, just related, what was insulting? I don't see any of those kind of put towards my way. They didn't insult me. They didn't make me feel bad. I know the context. I have no issue with it. So they basically then go to Twitter and say, why it went so Puritan in the latest comic. It's not. Clearly, again, you haven't read it. That's my problem. They're trying to say that it went Puritan and woke in the last comic. I wish I could show you images. I wish I could, but I can't because my video get taken down, because we see everything. We see the color of her pubes. We see her silver pubes. We see her silver hair. We see her and Shan embracing each other naked, and their boobs are pressed up against. What's woke about that? This is why I said Bleeding Fool made themselves look like fools, because there's nothing woke about that comic whatsoever. Wait, aren't you pretending to be a news outlet? Yeah, it's supposed to be satire. I get it. This is awkward. The new Taarna series has an hard R. And I mean hard R. It's not just nudity. There's blood and guts. And yeah, these people, and I've said this so many times, are truly becoming what they hated. Offended by one outfit that was in less than 2 pages. Maybe 2 pages at the most, the fight. Yeah. So you're saying those people, again and again, you're making fun of the woke, the Puritans. They're mad over art. They're mad over this. Okay, here's the thing. You're mad over armor. You are literally the snowflakes you talk out against, and that's really, really bad. It's become really bad. Razor Fist, I don't watch him, I know who he is, but hasn't been a single issue of Heavy Metal. Haven't bought it once since Eastman left. That's a shame because it's gotten a lot better. It's gotten a lot of huge names. Like I say, George Romero, right? His father is a huge name. It's gotten massively, like, great stories. If you're not reading DC, and I really got into Image also, but Heavy Metal will always be the staple that you need that is going to be an R. I don't like their magazines as much. I'll tell you, I really do like their comics more. Their magazines are good, but I'm not a huge anthology person as it is. That's a shame because it's gotten a lot better. And Eastman, I like Eastman. I do a lot, but I don't think he was making Heavy Metal everything it could. So this is, the name of the comic is Heavy Metal. At the time's 80s, da-da-da-da. Now Heavy Metal no longer became that. It became pop culture. Bullshit. Show me where. I'm sorry. None of these people are, the people writing these articles at this point are doing these videos, have no idea what they're talking about because they don't read these books. They don't. It's very, very apparent. Should you talk to your fans that way? Probably not. It's not a good idea if you don't want people saying stuff about you, but it is clear not a single thing in these books are woke or puritanical. It is clear that none of these people know what they're talking about when it comes to the books being published right now. It's ridiculous. Anyways, I had to get that off my chest because I do love Heavy Metal. I think it's a great line in it, and it's only gotten better as of recently. Stephanie Phillips is doing great, and some of the art is doing great. Don't mock your fans. It's not really a good look on you. But like I said, I use the example of people giving me shit and trying to concern troll me. No, I know you know nothing about me, and it's clear. Not only these people writing these articles or making these videos or talking to them on Instagram or Twitter, they don't know what they're talking about. And you could do it a little due diligence before you put your foot in your mouth. So anyways, not an issue, and I'll keep getting my issue. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.